Libra, this is your September 2018 tarot reading. This is Drunk Tarot. Thank you so much for subscribing, liking, etc., etc., etc. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. All that good stuff out the way. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, drunk.tarot. And this is your September 2018 reading. I saved Libra and Aquarius for last because I don't know why, but these are late, kind of. They're early, but they're late considering I did all the other signs. And now it's time for Libra and Aquarius. This is the Libra one, so buckle in, relax. I think that, well, Libras are generally, how do I put this? How do I put this without getting you guys, to yell at me? Libras are generally an anxious type of bunch, but not in a neurotic, truly anxiety-filled way. It's more a worrywart, just generally, in the best sense of the word. That's the nicest way to say it. You guys are worrywarts, and all that worry actually does fuel you to be better, to be perfect, to be, not that anyone's perfect, but to be just a better sort of worker, a better just individual on this planet that we live on. And so because of that, that tends to drive you, that anxiety, to that worry to kind of be good, to do the right thing by everybody. So whatever has happened in the past, I think in July and winding down out of August, has actually benefited you guys. And so a lot of you guys are starting to feel a sense of relief. There's always going to be stress. There's always going to be worry about something, but there is a definite sense of relief and release coming out of August and landing into September, and obviously into your birthday season at the end of September, October. So between now and October, let's see what's going to come through for you guys. I believe you guys should be rewarded in some way because you guys have worked hard at something, or there was like a buildup, right? Like this huge stressful tension buildup, and that kind of has subsided or will subside very, very soon. I think it already has. And you're going to have that. And of course, again, what tarot reader or astrology person or whatever wouldn't say that it does have something to do with the retrogrades ending, all these crazy retrogrades, right? Okay, that's enough talking shit, Drunk Tarot. Let's get to the cards. Here we go. I already shuffled. I'm going to do it a couple more times so the folks at home in the cheap seats can see that I did shuffle the cards and that I'm not doing anything nefarious here. Hope you guys had a great August and at least, got to kick your feet up in some way, shape, or form. But I know most of you guys got back to the grind as soon as possible. I gotta go get it. That's a Kendrick Lamar song, I believe. There's nothing peaceful about crickets having sex. Get away, crickets. Sweet forest sound, that works better. You guys are dealing with a water sign, or you guys feel very emotionally balanced right now. For the month of September, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you could just be feeling like you wake up every day feeling, like I said, like a sense of relief. There is something that's coming over you for the month of September where there's a calmness. Somehow, some way, through all the shit hitting the fan, you manage to continue to be optimistic and emotionally energetic, emotionally giving in a lot of ways. And so that's feeling really good to you. So that's your current energy for the month of September. But that's also the situation if you are dealing with someone, a Pisces. Again, you guys, this is general. So apply it to your life if it's love or work. Some of you guys are dealing with a Pisces coworker, or you have a Pisces roommate, or you have a Pisces lover or something. So if that's something that you feel, that then why the fuck can't I talk? If that resonates with you, then take Take that shit and run with it, is what I'm trying to say. God, spit it out, Drunk Tarot. Okay, so that's your current situation. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to pull directly because I want you guys to see. It's a current situation. The environment around you. There are secrets being that are yet to be revealed. So, and the moon card is the Pisces card. So I feel like there's a Pisces around you that is keeping a secret. I feel that there's a water sign around you that is keeping a secret, or vice versa. You could be holding back from being completely honest and open with a Pisces in your life or a water sign in your life. I do think that around you, whether it's a roommate situation, work situation, love situation, somebody is holding back from being completely honest, and there's something that's yet to be revealed. So be wary of that, you guys. Let's see. Yeah, be wary of that. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah. I don't think it's cheating. I don't think it has anything to do with a relationship. I think it's a work situation or a platonic friendship situation, living situation. Definitely be aware of that. You're hoping for a new start of something. The Page of Wands is just saying that there's something in your life where you need to be the one that ignites a situation or ignites a brand new movement forward, or you're hoping that someone actually, no one wants to pull the trigger on anything in some situation. I don't know what it is. Nobody wants to pull the trigger. Somebody has to be the first to step forward. Somebody has to be the first one to open up the communication, then the action. And just know that I think once a secret is revealed, or once this confrontation or whatever has to happen happens, there's going to be a newness. So a new mode of doing things, a new way of moving forward, a new way of communicating. It could be just you have a brand new idea about something, or it could just be that you get a message that's actionable, a message that actually will help you move forward or move ahead or whatever you have to do in your life. So, but you're hoping that comes through for you in the month of September. So either you're hoping that someone comes to you first, or you're hoping that you get the courage to have a conversation or have action, take action on something very soon in the month of September. I do think it's the first 2 weeks of September. It seems like you're going back to something in September. You're going back to an old way of living, an old way of thinking, an old routine. I think that mentally you keep playing something over and over in your head, and there's a sense of return to it, going back to it over and over again. And so that could be a bit of a struggle for you. It's like you get ready to do something, but something else pops up that makes you go, shit, I got to go back and do this now. I got to go back and relive this or redo this, or, it's basically a mental mind fuck, because you already know that you have to take action, or something has to happen to move yourself forward, to propel yourself to the next level and move on, whatever that means to you. But what ends up happening sometime in mid-September is I think that you end up just going backwards and reliving something over. Like you can't unstuck yourself. I was going to say unfuck yourself, but that's really tacky to cuss on tarot readings. Just kidding. So you have this sense of returning to old ways of, or you're just having a difficult time actually pulling the trigger on something, actually moving forward on something. And so you keep repeating the hows and whys of it. And that's probably the Achilles heel of the Libra, is that you can see both sides of the coin, so much so that you sit smack dab in the middle on the fence for a very long time, because you see clearly, as clear as day, how either A or B could work. So that's an issue that you have to work through yourself, Libra. In your destiny, you do have the Two of Pentacles. So it does it's what I just said. It's you struggling between two options. They're both very viable. They're both very good. At least you can justify either one. You can see how each one would work for you and work in your favor. But it's a matter of either wanting to juggle both, which everybody loses when you do that, or choosing one option. And so it's difficult for you. And that's kind of what's happening. The other thing, too, is that if you are dealing with a water sign, this water sign might have fucked up. And so you do feel like this person now is, trying to save face. This person is like entertaining you. They're trying to really impress you. They're trying to make you feel better. They're trying to like really go all out for you. So they're kind of showing up like that for you. You could be dealing with a younger fire sign also, just putting that out there. Some of you guys could be dealing with someone who's a Leo, an Aries, or Sagittarius. They're a little bit younger than you, or they just have a very juvenile or immature way about them if they're not younger than you. And so you're picking up on that. And it's a good time and it's fun, but then you feel like there's a regress. You feel like it's going back. Like you were just leveled up and now you're going to go back. You're going to regress back to who you might have been 6 months ago or whatever. And so that's something that you need to be careful about. But yeah, I think that whenever there's a two, it's just like, it's pretty obvious. You're juggling, you're balancing, you have a choice that you have to make, you have options, and, but I do feel strongly, if this is a romance read, I do feel strongly that a water sign has fucked up in some way, and they're really trying to go all out for you. Like they're bringing you flowers, they're doing whatever they have to do to win you back or just like get back into your good graces. If you're single, you could come across like for some reason there's an air of authority about you. Libras just typically carry themselves with a lot of class, a lot of accessories. They look good, they dress good, they smell good, and so because of that, I think that it's almost like there's this old movie called Love Potion, number 9, with Sandra Bullock and this one dude. Anyways, they make actual love potion, and she's like walking down the street and she sprays this cologne, this love potion on her. She's walking down the street and like men are literally falling over themselves to get to her. That's kind of the energy I'm getting with this. I feel like something's going on with you, and because of the 2 and because of the page, I feel like there's like this young energy, like young, horny energy around you. Yeah, I said it, young, horny energy around you. And it's like really, for some of you guys who are single, like this aggressive sort of thing. But again, you have that feeling of, do I want to do this or do I want to level up? Do I want to go back and like horse around with these young kids? Not kids. Let's put that out there. It's a very scary society, so you have to be careful what you say. Not kids. Do you want to horse around with these young folk? Or do you want to level up and get yourself a king? Okay, so in the near future, so here's the thing, and that's just like a Libra. You do have these options. Both options seem viable. Both options seem like a good option. You do have a decision to make. You will make it. You're worried because you're a worrywart that you're not going to make the right decision, but ultimately, whatever decision you make is the right decision because you have, in the first 2 weeks of September, the sun. So whatever decision you make is going to work out beautifully. Everything is going to turn out fine. So it's almost moot to take up too much time to deliberating and hemming and hawing and what do I want? If I do this, I do that. You have to fucking make a decision. You just have to, because you have to know that no matter what, it's going to work out with the sun card. So don't trip, chocolate chip. It's going to work out because it just is, because you're pretty careful just generally. So you kind of set yourself up in like this chess game where no matter which way you turn, wherever you go, however you move your pieces, you're going to actually end up, checkmating somebody. You're actually going to end up winning. You're going to be okay. So my advice is to not spend too much time deliberating. Because that's all we have on this earth is time. So if you spend too much time deliberating, that's just you prolonging the process of things actually moving forward and working out for you. So that's in the near future. It's going to work out just fine. You're going to live with regret. You're going to feel like it was the bad. That's what you do, though. You're going to feel like you made the wrong decision. You're going to feel like it backfired. You're going to feel like it didn't work out because I'm looking at the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is in reverse. So you're going to be coming out of it anyway. So like, let's say you choose, so let me build the scenario for you guys. If you choose A, B is going to fucking fall to pieces. You're going to see, you're already going to be with A, whatever A is for you. B is going to feel like you're going to be watching B crumble, or B is going to retaliate, or B is going to be vengeful, or B is going to do whatever it's going to do, fall to pieces, or B is not going to work out for the people that you had to leave behind, or B's this. You're going to feel guilt because of that. You're going to feel like, man, if I only chose B, none of that shit would have happened. No. That shit was going to happen eventually with B. Whatever B is. Now, this is love, work, money, platonic, roommate, coworker. It doesn't matter. B's going to do what B's going to do, regardless of what you do. You do what you do, and it's going to work out for you. Okay? Focus on you and yours. You do what you do, it's going to work out for you. Whatever B was, whatever that was, that's just regret. That's just feeling like you did someone dirty or someone did you dirty, the whole B aftermath. And that's going to make you feel sad. That's going to feel like, man, see, I'm glad I didn't choose B because blah, blah, blah. There's going to be a lot of emotions based on your choice. I mean, obviously, duh, but because the 10 of Swords is in reverse, it does say that by the end of September, you will be like done with B, whatever B is. I don't know if that's making any sense to anyone, but it makes sense in my head. My point to you guys is that you will be fine. It's almost like you choose, oh, sorry, where's the camera? You choose A or you choose B. It's gonna work out fine. Whatever you didn't choose, there's going to be a sense of regret and sadness and loss, and somebody might feel betrayed. Somebody might feel stabbed in the back. Somebody might feel like they've reached the pinnacle of mental anguish. But remember, the 10 is an ending. The cycle is over. The reason why it's in reverse is because the cycle won't be completely over until you're over it, if that makes sense. So when you entertain that agony, that regret after you've already made your decision, that's what's keeping this alive. Overall, September looks like a productive month, is what I want to say. So I feel like you will have finally... The Swords here, that's basically you dragging shit out. Emotionally, you're feeling balanced. You're feeling emotionally good. But I do believe that there is a secret being held from you. I do believe that you are very attractive to the younger set right now. I do believe you have an option. You do have options, and you do have a decision that you need to make. Whatever you choose is going to work out for you. I do think that be careful not to regress backwards. You've made a lot of headway. You've made a lot of progress in August, especially, I want to say June, July, August is when you felt like the big wheel spinning. In September, you do have a decision you need to make. You need to pull the trigger. It's going to work out. There will be regret. There will be a feeling of loss. But you'll quickly recover from that because the 10 of Swords is in reverse. I think it's going to work out. But if I were you, in terms of emotion and love, Libra, you need to hit up that water sign, whoever you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be a water sign, but someone who shows like, someone who's emotional in your life, put it that way. And emotional doesn't have to be outward emotional. They can just be someone that you recognize in your life who is, leads with their emotions, and they could be quiet. They don't have to be talkative. Reach out to that person. I think if you have it in you, Libra, to have this little confrontation and say, hey, I feel like something is being hidden or not talked about. I feel like there's an elephant in the room, and I think that we have to have this conversation. That will ultimately be your answer to the moon card here. Careful with these two. I feel like, you know, just because you can bang someone 10 years younger than you doesn't mean you should. Put that out there. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So don't, just because someone's showing up like you're the greatest 50-year-old ass I've ever seen in my life, and they're 23, doesn't mean you should. I mean, hey, take the compliment, but you got to keep it moving. Otherwise, you're going to go backwards. So don't do that. So that's your reading for September, Libra. Hopefully that made some kind of sense to you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. And then I'm going to get into the mid-month readings for September today. So stay tuned for that. Okay, thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are the best because you guys get my sense of humor. Thank you so much. And if you don't get my sense of humor, you don't like my style, then fuck off. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. But like, you know, I shouldn't yell like that in your ear. Okay, bye.